Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Today our topic is about politics. Lady, her name Kim Leverson, she went to the West Bank for a week or two. And she came and she became very knowledgeable. You know, I mean, those, I don't want to say the word Western, but this is how it is. They go to the Middle East and they stay there for a week or two. And they come back and they think they knew it all. That's it. The whole story is and she have it in her purse. And guys, I don't know what to tell you. It's really depressing. So if she went there for 2 weeks and very depressing, so what if she is born there? We are the Middle East. And I am a real Middle Eastern, not 2-week vacation like you. And I am a real Arab. Not someone was invited by some there who they have their own agenda. And it's very funny that in your video is just attacking Israel, and I am the Arab is going to show your ignorance and say the truth about Israel. You see, actually, you are allowed to enter Israel. I'm not allowed, even though I'm an American citizen, because I'm an Arab. And right away you see discrimination. He's an Arab. Because he's an Arab, he cannot go to Israel. But if I am an Israeli, I will do the same. I will not let me get inside Israel. I mean, this woman, she speak as that those Israeli, they are in control, and you know what? They are oppressing everybody there. You know, look like this woman, she don't know the news. And she never saw anything. First of all, nobody is being fair with the Arab as much as the Israeli. If we go right now and check how many Arab exist in the Knesset, which is the highest authority for making law in Israel. How many Jews are in the parliament in Islamic countries? Actually, there's no Jews left. You know what happened to them? So while the Arab are in the Knesset, and not only that, there is a judge actually in the Supreme Court. And I think the Supreme Court have 4 or 5 judges. One of them is an Arab, imagine. And you are talking about the mistreatment and the ill treatment and how the Jews and how the Israeli are oppressing the Arab. And not only that, those Arab, they stand and they say, they scream, Israel, we will destroy you. I mean, he is a member in the Congress and he is saying we will destroy Israel. And yet they are free. So when this woman she speak nothing but a liberal agenda, which is very funny and very foolish. And when she speak about she called them Palestinian, she speak about them as if they are powerless people. The one is really in control is Israel. Those people, they have nothing. They are just civilian there. Well, a lot of civilian there, I agree. But where are they? Where are the civilians you are talking about? Is that the one who invited you for a coffee shop in a Starbucks there? They have no money for electricity. They have no money for food. They have no money for anything, but they have money for this. Look at this image. Hundreds of thousands wearing uniform and carrying arms. Who is the one who's paying for it? And where the money is coming? As long as the Israeli are in control of the borders, Israeli are in control of everything, and those people, they are surrounded. They cannot move. They cannot even go and cross the checkpoint. It is a propaganda. Israel, from the first time, exists in the Middle East as a new Israel. And by the way, the new Israel does not represent the old Israel. They will tell you why. Because the old Israel should be way bigger. The true Israel, this is not really Israel. This is just a little tiny thing of Israel. Before we talk about what is Israel and what is not, this woman looked like she never heard Like she speak about the checkpoint, how the Israeli making it difficult. They cannot move. There's a checkpoint every corner. You know, well, if you live there and you are in a charge of security, Your Majesty, and every day there is somebody stabbing somebody just because he's a Jew. There's thousands of videos in YouTube. A woman is stabbing a Jew, and a woman, you call her Palestinian. She is a civilian. She is a woman stabbing a Jew. A child wearing suicide belt, putting a suicide belt inside the bus station or inside the bus, inside the train, hijacking airplanes of the Jews, even attacking their sport teams when they go abroad. Even abroad, they are not safe. And you are blaming them for having checking point. So what do you want me to do? And the funny, I am the Arab and she is not. But I hate liars. I hate lies. I made a video many years ago. It's called The Beauty of Hamas and the Ugliness of Israel. I don't know how many of you watch it. You can search for it. Maybe you can find it. And it became like #1 in YouTube overnight. And the reason it became #1, because those who hate Israel, they promoted my video. They thought it's against Israel because of the title. You know what I mean? Because the title says the beauty of Hamas and the ugliness of Israel. And suddenly my video became #1. And then after that, I lost my account, actually. In that video, I showed you how the Palestinian, who she called them Palestinian, who they are oppressed, slaughtering each other, killing each other, throwing each other from the top of the building. And actually, those videos are still there. And yet she is saying that the one who's in charge in Israel. But in the ground, all of us, we knew who's in charge. This West Bank and Gaza is the same. You see, the Israeli, they are, sadly to say, the Israeli government is stupid. Is stupid. They thought if they give them the West Bank, they will go for peace. They thought if they give them the Gaza, they will go for peace. Peace will never happen. And all of us, we are ignoring the reason for the problem. The problem is not the land. They are not fighting over the land. This is a religion. And those ignorant who go for 2 weeks, stay in there and they think they got the knowledge and they come back. And she tried to use her appearance. You know, I don't want to talk about her, the way she presents herself. And how much she is, knowledgeable, and how much she is sad, and how much she is stressed. It's all nothing but a theater. It's a theater of the liberal agenda who hate Israel. And the funny, again, I am an Arab, and I wish to go to Israel, and I cannot. In Israel, all citizens are equal, have same salary, health insurance, right to vote, and right to carry passport. Those who they are not Israeli, because they refuse. This woman, she is not telling you that Israel offered those people and they refuse the papers. They don't want Israel. So what they can do to them? They give them the land. Okay, live by yourself. But are they staying in the land? No, they keep saying attackers after attackers. They told them, we want to give you like independence so you can rule yourself. Are they doing that? No. They are corrupt. They are liars. And I'm talking about the one in the government. Where does the money come from? The United Nations? How come they don't have money for schools, and they have no money to make electricity, and they have no money for anything, but the Prince of Qatar, he send them every few weeks hundreds of millions of dollars? Oh, those we send them for those who they attack Israel. Bus bombing in Israel. She was questioning the authority of Israel, why they are putting a checkpoint. You sit in the bus, a guy come inside the bus, he explode himself. And she is asking why. I mean, those people, they have a madness. The total death in this incident, 17 Israeli, 22 civilian, 47. I mean, you name it. And she is wondering why. And where is the human right? She forgot those people. She is crying for them. Just to show you the wrong mentality, how those people, they go there and they start saying the Israeli, they are oppressing us. They are not being just. Those people, when they dance for 9/11, they dance for what reason? Is that because of Israel? What 9/11 have to do with Israel? Why they are dancing? This is the mentality of those people there. They are dancing for any event harm the West, and Israel is no different. And all of this go back to Islam. Muhammad, he said, I heard the messenger of Allah say, I will certainly expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula, so as to leave only Muslims in it. So the genocide started since then. And as long as you agree that the Jews they face a very horrible time, genocide, how come you don't understand that this is based on religion? And this genocide have to continue. And the genocide start with Saturday, end with Sunday, which means Jewish first and Christian after. This is the truth. It's in front of us. This is what is behind this agenda. And for the Muslims, what the Prophet of Islam says is way million times more important than what you are saying in your stupid video. This is their law. This is their government. This is the Holy Prophet, as they call him. It's not a silly person who go there for a week and two and think we can make peace. It is in the Quran where Muhammad, he ordered the Muhammadan to go and fight and kill every Christian, every Jew. This is not a fantasy for YouTube. This is reality. And this is their most holy book, as they call it. This is not a newspaper you publish in your Democratic, Republican, whatever newspaper. This is not a speech. This is the life of millions of Christians and Jews being killed and slaughtered in the name of Allah. And every Muslim have to follow blindly those orders. So when you say to me there's millions of Palestinians, they are peaceful, how many millions you are talking about? What do you mean peaceful? They don't believe in this? All the millions you call them peaceful, they believe in this. And the reason they are peaceful because they don't have enough arms to attack and destroy Israel. All of us, we knew the reason for Israel to stay as it is today, because it can protect itself. The second Israel will lose ability to protect itself, Israel will be destroyed. What do you mean peaceful? The reason actually for America to be exist today, because America can protect itself. Otherwise, Al-Qaeda and Hamas and Hezbollah and Iran and every scumbag terrorist in the world will take over America. Those people in Israel, they are surviving. They are in a state of survival. And I'm talking about the Jews. You see, the Ottoman occupied that territory for hundreds of years. We never heard anyone complaining. Where was the Palestinian at that time? Actually, all of them, they are proud about a guy, his name Salahuddin, but Salahuddin is not an Arab, he's a Kurdish. Have you ever heard of one of them complain that the Kurdish took over? No. Why? Because he's a Muslim. So you ignorance, you don't understand that this is based on religion. The Prophet of Islam, he ordered that the Jews are the enemies. And not only that, Muhammad, he said, and I read his text, this is not my statement. And if you are telling me that those millions you saw, they are peaceful, they don't believe in this, that means you are a fool. And this is a very authentic source agreed by all Muslims who live there. Allah Messenger said, the hour will not establish until you fight the Jews, and the stone behind a Jew will be hiding, will say, O Muslim, there's a Jew hiding behind me, so kill him. Do you understand the problem now? Or you are just a silly idiot? Or maybe they used you because you are emotional and ignorant. Or maybe because you are immature. Somebody cry in front of you and you cry with them. Let us cry together. This is the real story. The war there is not about the land. If you bring Saddam Hussein to take over Jerusalem, those who you call them Palestinian, they will be the first to welcome him with the rice. After all the people he killed. Saddam Hussein, he killed tens of thousands of Kurdish by chemical weapon. But everyone you call him Palestinian, he have a picture of Saddam Hussein. When the United Nations sent donation to Gaza and the West Bank government, they use a huge amount of the donation to publish the book of Hitler. To the point you can find it in every school for free. The book of Hitler is published there for free, from the money, from the donation of the stupid United Nations and the stupid American who give their money to this United Nations. My friend, we are suffering from ignorance. Ignorance is our problem. Muhammad, he said, not only fight the Christians and the Jews. Muhammad, he said, take them not as a friends. The Jews, they wanted to take the Arab as a friend, and I am an Arab. And each time they say, let us sign a peace agreement, they attack them and they lose. Go and check. And then when the Arab, they give up, then we saw Egypt sign a peace agreement. Then we see Jordan sign a peace agreement. But you see, all those peace agreement is a lie. Because those are temporary peace agreement. Because the Quran say clearly, take not Christians and Jews as a friends. You cannot be friends with them, ever. And the one who take them as a friend, he is one of them. He is what? He is one of them, which means he is out of Islam. Just by taking somebody a friend, he is a Christian, you are not a Muslim no more. This is the word of who? This is the word of the holy God of the Muhammadan. And not only that. The Quran says it clearly that you have to be an enemy to the Christians and the Jews until the judgment day. And as you see, everything we show you is from their books. So, you know, in chapter 5, verse 14, read it. Allah will strengthen the enmity and the hatred between the Christians until the judgment day. This is not temporarily. And the Quran says to the Muslims, cry not for peace when you are the uppermost. Cry not for peace. Let us get you the verse. Just to show you how those people, they think. It doesn't matter what Israel did. If Israel gave them the West Bank, they want more. Israel, they give them the Gaza, they want more. They will not stop until all the Jews, they throw them in the ocean. Actually, they used to say that for many years, they throw the Jews to the sea. And this woman, she think by going there for 2 weeks, she have knowledge. That's it. I mean, she have knowledge. She heard people talking. What are you talking about? She was there. She saw the soldiers. Read with me carefully, please. And if you know, if you don't like this translation, we can change it for you. But by the way, this is Islamic translation, in case you do not know. Because you might say, oh, this is your interpretation. And no, we can show you their interpretation too. Anything you wish, just to fix your ignorance. The Quran says, be not weary and fainted hurted, crying for peace when you should be the uppermost. So a Muhammadan is forbidden to go for peace. So how Egypt signed for peace? They did not sign for peace. This is, you see, read the verse carefully. You sign for peace only when you are not the uppermost, which means this is temporarily. Until you are the uppermost, and then you take them. And this is exactly what Muhammad did. In chapter 9, verse number 1, Muhammad, he says, I wash my hands, bara. It's called actually the chapter of the Tawbah. The real name of it is bara, which means, you know, I'm innocent from the agreement. I wash my hand from the agreement. Never cry for peace when you are the uppermost. So now if they try to get peace, because this is the only way, they cannot overcome Israel. But when time come and Israel became weakened, and that might happen, you never know. The number of liberals in Israel is increasing, and wherever liberals goes, country is destroyed. And I will not be surprised if Israel demolished because of the existence of liberals, like this lady. Because the liberals, they have fantasy, they have fiction life, they are far away from reality. They don't see things the way it is. They see the things through tears. Somebody crying in front of them, oh, the Israeli doing this to me. The Israeli did nothing. Imagine if the one was in control are those who you call them innocent. What will happen to the Jews? Imagine. Just a switch position, and then we will see exactly how stupid you are. Imagine that the most powerful country in this earth believe in Allah and His book. Imagine what will happen to this earth. They will announce within 24 hours, either all of you convert to Allah or we will do business. So my friend, be aware of the foolishness. Don't be emotional with the stupidity of those liberals who say things to you, which is far away from reality. I am a Middle Eastern. I grow up there. Go and see the discrimination. Okay, you know what? Forget about Israel. In Jordan, the Jordanian king, he just received a prize from the United Nations for he is the man of the year. The man, I don't know what man. This guy, his jail is full of political prisoners. This is the most corrupt man. If you say one word in there against the king, you disappear. What about Egypt? What about Syria? What about Iraq? There is no Israel there. So you are ignoring the problem. The problem is that this is a nation corrupted by religion. They speak too much about being victim. Everybody is victim. If you go to Syria, they are victims of America. If you go to Egypt, they are victim of America. If you go to Saudi Arabia, they are victim of America. And for Israel, for sure Israel. Actually, Muhammad, he blamed the Jews for everything. Muhammad, he blamed the Jews even for the food is damaged is because of a Jew. Look what Muhammad said. If no Eve, which means if no women like you, no women betray her husband. And if there's no Jew, no meat will decay. Do you see it? And this is their prophet's statement. He blamed the Jews for everything. So when somebody is poor, he blames Israel. When somebody is hungry, he blames Israel. If we have no electricity, we blame Israel. It doesn't matter where. Muhammad in Saudi Arabia, at that time, there is no Israel. Muhammad is blaming the Jews for what? Can we say because of Netanyahu, Muhammad saying that? Can we say because of America, Muhammad saying that? There is two reasons for evil in this earth according to Muhammad. Women, and you are a woman, and the Jews. Is it me who says that? This is the prophet of those you are crying for them. This is how much hatred this cult has. So if you want to understand the problem, go back to the root of the hatred. Not what do you see right now and you think, oh, the Jews are being the oppressor because they are in charge. They are in charge of nothing. The one in charge is those who carry guns in the roads, and those are the one you cry for them. They are called Palestinian today, and by the way, they are not Palestinian. None of those are Palestinian. Those are Bedouin Arab. They came with Umar al-Khattab and they occupied the land. This is not their land. This is the land of the Jews. Even the Quran, chapter 5, verse number 21, says that this is the land of the Jews. You believe it? And not only that, the Quran, according to the Quran, Allah, He ordered the Jews to enter the Holy Land which Allah assigned into them. And if you turn your back, Allah saying to the Jews, you are a loser. Read it. Allah said to Moses, O Moses, go and take the land. And the Jews, they refused to take the land because supposedly inside that they're Palestinian, the real Palestinian, according to this story here. And Allah, He cursed the Jews for they did not kill the Palestinian. Read it. This is the story in the Quran. And because they refused to go and attack the Palestinian, Allah, He cursed the Jews and He forbid them from entering the land for 40 years. 40 years. Why? Because the Jews refused to kill the Palestinian. Allah, He ordered you to kill the Palestinian. How you don't do it? You are ignorant, Lady Kim, and your tears mean nothing except that you are immature. And the way you are talking about how sensitive you are is showing us that how lonely you are in your own fantasy. You are a fiction. You are living in your pinky room, thinking the world is a pinky world, and thinking that by my pinky idea I'm going to fix the universe. And instead of seeing the real victim, the victim, you think the victim is the criminal and the criminal is the victim. So my friend, don't listen to those people who lived in their pinky room, pinky fantasy, pinky fiction, pinky Hillary Clinton, and pinky Democrat. The Democrat is nothing but pinky idea. They want to give everything, but they have nothing. They want to establish justice, but we hear nothing except talk. And as long you are a Democrat, how come you did not speak against Obama, who signed the biggest aid, army aid to Israel just a few weeks before he left the election day? I will tell you why. Because at that time you have a pinky election day, hoping that Hillary Clinton will take the vote. Hypocrites. Don't forget to download the video. I'm not going to keep it here for long. I want to say thank you for watching. Don't forget to watch the previous video, which I posted a few hours ago, 2 hours ago actually, in case you did not see it. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you. And Lord, have mercy on us with the ignorant who been given a microphone. And suddenly they have a tongue and they have a voice. And they have audience. And suddenly the ignorant is a teacher. And the teacher is an ignorant. And suddenly the victim is a criminal. And the criminal is the victim. It's about who cry first. It's about who cry more. It's not about who did it. This is what we get from the liberals. All the Middle East is under discrimination, not because of the Jews. There's no Jews left. Do you know why there's no Jews left? Because ask yourself what they did to them. The Christians, the Arab Christians, they are migrating all over the world. Why? Because of what they did to them. You are talking about a checkpoint. It's amazing how they try to fool the crowd. And it's amazing how a crowd can be fooled. Thank you for listening. I hope we share some good ideas with those who want to listen. And if you don't believe what we say, at least believe what you see in the street and in the screen. Believe what we are showing you. This is their most holy book, which means over this text there's no text. Over this book, there's no book for them. This is not a Christian prince talking. This is Allah. The second you say Allah, that's it. Those people will go for kill. If you insult Allah, you are dead. In Israel, you can insult anyone. You can say anything you want. You can be an Arab, you can be a Jew, you can be a Christian, you can be a Hindu, you can be whatever you want. But you cannot be between those who you claim that they are victims. Can you be a gay between those people? What will happen to you if you become a gay? We know the answer. So you cry for who? And about what? You are just a hypocrite, ignorant, who do not know what she is talking about. And if you know what you are talking about, that will make it even more horrible. Thank you all. Don't forget to download the video and share it with your friends. And by the way, I'm not supporting Israel. As you see, I'm an Arab, but I have to share the truth. The truth, my friend. Never take a side. Never take a side of anyone except the truth. Whoever have the truth, I'm not saying that Israeli or like the Israeli government are not doing discrimination. But I mean, those people, they are trying to survive. After all what happening to them, and then we blame them for this and that. I mean, this is really unfair. If we compare what they did and what the other side did, we will find that Jews are angels compared to the neighbors. Literally angels. Stupidity is not an excuse. But these days, the more you hate the Jew, the more you are liberal. And again, it's really funny, after all, that I'm an Arab and she is not. Thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you. Christ is Lord and Islam is false. And don't forget to download the video and share it with your friends. Take care. Bye-bye.